Yo, and what is going on, YouTube? And welcome back for another Oathbreaker Deck Tech. Now, if you guys are loving the Oathbreaker format, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already. Now, if you guys are interested in checking out MagiKids, the official charity of the Oathbreaker team, why don't you go ahead and check out the link in the description box down below. But guys, our deck tech for today is going to be a combo deck based around Ashiok, Nightmare Muse paired with Limdul's Vault. Now, Ashiok enters the battlefield for 3 blue-black with 5 loyalty counters and the following abilities. Now, his +1 is going to create a 2/3 Nightmare creature token that whenever it attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. His -3 returns a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then that player exiles the card from their hand, and his -7 allows us to cast up to 3 cards from exile from our opponents without paying their mana cost. Now, the pair here is really all about Limdul's Vault. Limdul's Vault is the perfect combo enabler for this deck. For blue-black and instant, we can look at the top 5 cards of our library, and as many times as we choose, we can pay 1 life and put those cards on the bottom in any order, then look at the next set of 5 and find the 5 that we want, set those aside, shuffle our library, put those on the top. Now, how is this really going to work? Now, the synergies really are based around creatures entering the battlefield to allow us to tutor up combo pieces if we aren't able to use Limdul's Vault. We have repeatable card draw from the graveyard, and we have a lot of protection spells to allow us the time we need to assemble the combo that we need. Now, what is the combo, and why is Limdul's Vault such a good enabler for this deck? Well, the combo here is going to be based around Basalt Monolith and Mesmeric Orb. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, Basalt Monolith is a 3 mana artifact that taps for 3 mana, but we have an activated ability for 3 mana that untaps the Basalt Monolith, netting you 0 mana in the end if you tap and untap it. So the combo with Mesmeric Orb is whenever a permanent becomes untapped, that permanent's controller puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. Now, what is our finisher here? You got it. We are going to go with a Laboratory Maniac or Jace Wielder of Mysteries combo win. Labman, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, the new Thassa's Oracle, and Lazav the Multifurious. These are kind of our 4 final payoffs to win the game for this deck. Now, Lazav is a little bit of a different one. He has an X activated ability, paying X, where X is the converted mana cost of a creature in your graveyard, and Lazav becomes a copy of that creature. In this instance, we would target either Laboratory Maniac or Thassa's Oracle. This is a very, very strong combo deck. I know it's used a lot of other places, but I really wanted to get this out in Oathbreaker and see if we could have some fun with it. Now, the thing is it's kind of weak to some removal. And this is another point where, you know, Ashiok's +1 ability of creating those 1/1 or those 2/3 nightmare blockers is extremely important. We just need to protect ourselves from losing the game, so we allow ourselves time to find this combo. But we have a lot of ways to really kind of push this deck to the limit. You know, those first couple turns, we're going to try to lay down as many mana rocks as we can. You know, let's get all of the artifacts online. Arcane Signet, Dimir Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone. If you wanted to improve on this, you could go Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Mox Opal. You know, there's a lot of other artifacts, you know, that you could get out there and really get this streamlined. Then we have things that really tutor up the combo pieces itself. Trophy Mage, Tribute Mage. Both ways to find those artifact pieces. Demonic Tutor, I just love in every single deck that runs black. If you need to find a board wipe, a counter spell, just something to protect your combo. Tezzeret the Seeker and Fabricate both operate on a very similar axis where they're going to tutor up those artifact pieces. Muddle of the Mixture is something we can transmute to find specifically the Mesmeric Orb. And if we already have the Mes Orb in hand, we can transmute the Muddle of the Mixture, just find another mana rock, or we can just use it as a counter spell. But we also have to protect this combo once we have it in hand. How are we going to do that? You know, things like Damnation, Cyclonic Rift, good ways to reset the board. Go for the Throat is some very good target removal. Emery, Lurker of the Loch, another card from Throne of Eldraine. I really just love this card. We can tap it and we can choose target artifact in our graveyard and we can cast it this turn. Again, it's another very strong way to recur those combo pieces from the graveyard. Unearth is a good way to get back Lazav, Thassa's Oracle, or Labman. They all come back directly into play since they have the CMC less than 3. We also have a number of counterspells in this deck. Counterspell, Negate, Swan Song, they're all in there. We really want to be able to dictate what is being played on the board, and if anyone has removal for our pieces, we want to make sure we are very protective of those. Now, we also have a lot of card draw effects. Brainstorm, Frantic Search, Impulse, Careful Study. I love these cards, and I'm pretty much going to put them in every single deck that I play blue with. I love to just look through my deck, find the cards that I want, and start moving forward. Some closing thoughts on Oathbreaker for today, guys. Be social. Schedule weekly nights for Oathbreaker with others in your community. If you have a play group, maybe work with your LGS and see if you can get a night devoted to Oathbreaker on a night that's not very busy already, and see if there's others in the community that might want to get involved. Be generous. If someone misplays, go ahead and let them correct their play. This is a very good way for all of us to continue to learn and figure out that sequencing and what matters in our deck and why it matters. This is a really good opportunity to learn about Magic. Be inclusive. If someone at your local game store is interested in Oathbreaker, maybe invite them to your next game night with your play group, and odds are someone in your group is going to have more than one deck and is willing to loan them a deck just so they can try and play with you. Next time, guys, I'm looking at Nahiri the Harbinger for our Oathbreaker Deck Tech series. This is a Planeswalker that I've not ever used. Really interested in it. It's going to be a Boros deck without any sort of equipment sub-theme. I'm really interested in this to see how it goes, and I will report back to you on that later on. Guys, if you're interested in a full deck list for Ashiok Nightmare Muse, make sure to check out the link in the description box down below. It'll take you over to MtgGoldfish, where we put all of our Oathbreaker deck lists from this channel. Guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If you did stick around for the very end, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will check you guys later.